All right, we're back, and now we're going to talk about like a little more about the personalization aspect of things, and it's really three major things, and a lot more going on under the hood. But today we'll be covering how we personalize on timing, on copy, and leveraging your entire catalog of content that you're probably unaware is available. And all those three put together really gives a personalized experience, no matter what interface or surface you interact or engage with your customers. And so I think how we really stand apart and differ from any other tool out there is that we make sure we use all of your data. There is a lot of structured content on your website within your app that's already been created, that has been, you spent some time and energy making creating this, and so we want to make sure we leverage that and make it work even harder. So whether it's your blog pages, or which has so much relevant content that you can break up into pieces, whether it's your FAQs or even the snippets of information reviews within a each product page, we go in, and because it's structured, we can go in and parse that and create bite-sized content to fit whatever surface you want to reach your users on, whatever channel, and making it more appropriate for the different channels. And so I really want to stress that a lot of our partners that we've done some sort of version of this with have really experienced quite amazing engagement all the way to subscriptions and conversion events from this. And it's again content that's already there, so the incredible low hanging fruit. And so want to make sure we call that out, because this content, you don't it's not something you have to create. We just have to reuse and repurpose, and it works so well. Another thing that we personalize on is obviously channel. How do you know which channel to use for what objective, for which user? And so we cover a couple of channels here, from mobile push, web push, SMS, WhatsApp, in-app banners, in-app full page emails, content cards, and basically any surface area you can imagine interfacing with your user. We even power some chatbots as well, and so that's not quite here, but wanted to make sure I threw that in. And it is one of the holy grails of marketing and communications, is how do you know which channel is best for which user, for which content, at what time. And so we have worked with many partners that have created content on all these different touch points, and Amp's agents, our AI agents, come in and test out what is best. And of course, like with an SMS, we had some partners that were using a lot of SMS for loan collections, and we realized obviously that's a cost. SMS is a cost, so we did the same type of content for loan collection on mobile push, and that saved them so much because the agents came in and realized that not every single user needed to use SMS. Some of them needed to use push. Or what about email? Like different content, different users, different channels. We've got it all. And so we're constantly adding different channels here in different surface areas, and super excited to show you guys more of what we do on each of these channels. Copy, obviously. I think the copy type of A/B testing that you can do on like a regular CRM tool would be very much limited to, okay, is it copy A or copy B? And then everybody is going to get that copy, which is the winning one, right, with statistical significance. But I think because we assign a specific agent to every single user, you can create thousands, and this is a small example of like 10,000 alternate messages, because we break up the copy into different components, whether it's a greeting or a value proposition or a call to action or even the emojis, right? All of these things are labeled to like value propositions of like efficiency or affordability or convenience, and the as opposed to like offerings of maybe like pets or food or women's apparel. And so putting together all these different permutations of copy, we're able to see what resonates with users, what type of CTA works. You're probably thinking urgency. Everybody needs something urgently, but actually we're finding out for some of the health apps, it's not urgency, it's encouragement. And you wouldn't be able to understand that if not for having meaningful copy that you can then iterate and experiment on at scale, thanks to the agents that are assigned to each and every single user. Then, of course, there's optimal timing. One week is really not like another. So here over this slide, you can see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all the different dates. And then at the same time, all the different time slots that we are testing on. So from 9 to 12, 12 to 3, it's in 3-hour increments. And what's interesting here, one of our partners actually, you'll see that the timing here ends at like midnight, but one of our partners um, was doing Ramadan campaigns, and so we actually exposed the 12 to 3 uh, time slot because you wanted to capture that market at that time. And so I just wanted to share that little snippet of information with you. But what you can see here is that there are these single dots. Some of them are smaller, some of them are larger. You can probably not see that so much. It's a small graphic, but the larger circles indicate volumes of uh, messages that were sent at specific times. Because of course, as a user, receiving something on Saturday at 9 a.m. is different from you receiving something on Wednesday at 9 a.m. It's a very different mental model. Am I When I'm scrolling through an e-commerce app on like my lunch break on a weekday, it would be a very different behavior from when I'm scrolling through it on a Sunday afternoon. And so over here you'll see that we're really timing and checking out like which works for which user at which time, which segment within the day. And it's really on a user level. If you'll see, there are also some spaces that are blank here, it's because probably not working out for them, not the best time for them. And so the model really picks and chooses to make sure it is optimal on a user level and not necessarily just when they're engaged with the app. Then, of course, all of this, we want to make sure you're monitoring your send. So what you launch your campaign, you've customized on timing, on copy, on channel, on all your different offerings. And so we wanted to make sure there's a way for you to monitor your success. And so we have two views on live performance. So we have your message on a message level. Of course, you want to see how each campaign is working out. We show you not just click-through rates, or rather, engagement with the message itself, but how much app engagement did this drive? How many add to cart events did this drive? How much conversion did each of these drive? And so we send you total send volume, composite rates, and freshness. At the same time, you can see this on a label level. So our labels, like I mentioned, are really one of the key, value propositions here. And you get to see like, okay, which of my labels works best for engagement on a message? Which of my labels work worst for my conversions? And from there, you can kind of see and tweak and figure out like, okay, if urgency is working really well for my CTA, maybe I should do more of it. Or if it's not doing too well, how can I improve it? Or where can I transfer it to? And so on. And so this is just two of the views that we have for monitoring sends.